guys, welcome to the channel. If it says inventory on the box and it's full of keys, it is time for an inventory walk, and then we'll give you just a little bit of brain damage. It's been that way, since the beginning of C8. We are going to talk about the very last order cycle for 2024 Corvettes and some of the constraints that'll prevent you from possibly getting the car that you want. Now, it's not quite to the extent it was back in 2019, but as you look, we've got cars lined up on both sides of the lot back here in Ricky's little bucket area, if you will. Back in 19, we had double rows over there, double rows over there. Yeah, we had cars everywhere, but not all these cars are for sale. We got to thank the people that are allowing us to do business all over the country. Damien in California, congratulations, waiting for a final prep on that. And actually, he's upgrading rotors and brake pads. More on that as we get into that. I've got to show you, I want to show you guys the interior. I forgot the box. Yeah, I need the inventory box to show you the inventory. Let me just walk over here real quick. I'll come back to this. There's a few cars I want you to see that you haven't seen from our last time we talked about this. Edison in Florida, congratulations. This beautiful red on red hardtop convertible is going to you. And this car over here, real time, delivering in a couple of days. Todd in West Virginia. My God, dude, I'll tell you what, this car looks smoking hot. He's got some wheels he's gonna be putting on there as well, but there's a couple cars besides Rapid Blue that I love dearly that I would own, and I would own a SEAWOLF gray with adrenaline red dipped interior, and I would own Amplify orange, but you can no longer get it. Again, we'll talk more about constraints here. We've been telling you that was gonna happen, and it has happened. I think in the last order cycle, Amplify was already done, but everything is done at this point for 2024. But this car looks so good for Todd. My goodness, this is gorgeous. With or without the wheels, man. Nice spec. Thank you for the order, I appreciate that. So let's start over here in the beginning. Show you some cars available. And here's what I got to do in this order cycle. I am going to have some Stingrays to order for stock, and what I'm going to do in a future video, as I told you guys endlessly how much I love dealing with car people, men or women, it doesn't matter. You like cars, I like talking to you, especially if you like Corvette. Guess who else really likes cars and knows cars? My kid, Ryan. He's a great driver. We haven't had a chance to get out there and spread our wings and get on track, but we're going to do that soon, and I'll share that with you guys. Ryan doesn't know that yet, and usually he watches the uploads. I'm going to sit down with him, get him on camera. That's going to be tough, but we're going to do it regardless because I want him, because one of the cars that I'm going to order for stock, actually, he's going to pick out all the specs. He doesn't know about all the constraints, so he'll probably say, oh, I want to get this, and I'm going to say, well, guess what? You can't get that because of the constraints. So he'll go through what you guys go through trying to order a car, but he's going to pick one of the cars that eventually you guys will buy. That's going to be kind of fun. I've got an idea what he might pick, but I'm not going to say anything. Let's see what he says. That's a future video coming soon. So make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit that bell notification. Because I'll tell you what, guys, what gave me this idea, and he and I have been talking a lot off camera. He's thinking about coming aboard and working with Dad. That's another conversation for another time. But anyways, I was watching him at ROSCOE Village at the show, and I just kind of walked away. And he's sitting there talking with all these people, especially if you start talking about performance driving and tracking. He's just like me. He'll talk your ear off. It was great to see. It really was. So I'm going to let him pick out the spec. This SEAWOLF Gray Coupe is for sale. And I did this one too, just like we did the convertible that sold right away. This has the sky cool gray interior, no two-tone, so it's a great accent, just makes a huge statement on the SEAWOLF Gray. This is a beautiful car. It is a Z51 with magnetic ride. I order all my Z51s with magnetic ride. I'll tell you this real quick too, guys. If you're hesitant about SEAWOLF Gray, it's growing in popularity because it is different. It is exotic, and that's kind of what this new Corvette looks like. But when you see it in person, you're like, oh, wow, this is a contender. And when we get a little bit of sun that we're fighting for today, you could pick up a little bit of the metallic in here. But look at the silver engine cover. Little details make all the difference in the world. And for $100 now, GM, it took forever. But yeah, now we can get the engine lighting package for your coupes. Black exhaust tips, machine-faced forged wheels, Corvette emblem. I point this out a lot because there are a lot of people, every time I do that, people will contact me or make a message on the video and they'll say, I didn't know that. Thanks for showing us that. Yeah, that's a fun wheel, that's for sure. This car is for sale. Hope to work with you guys. White convertible just came in. Oh yeah, front grille guards, Those are those are a must. Isn't it funny how GM has changed their mindset on that from the original 2020 and, oh, this could cause heat issues and blah. Yeah, maybe it did for you guys, but none of us will ever drive the cars the way that you do because we can't, not at that level, my gosh. Hardtop convertible with a black roof and nacelles. This too is a Z51. It's not going to open because I left the box of keys over here. I've done this before. I find a lot of the convertible clients do like the GT2 seats, but don't disregard the GT1 seat. Both seats very comfortable, great driving cars. One of the quick send-off pats I'm going to share with you guys here soon. Oh, stealth package, that's nice. Guys bought several cars for me and actually drove, I think, almost 10 hours to get here. And it was like a new discovery in a car he's had for 4 years. He goes, wow, this is really a great cruising car. And I'm like, you're just figuring that out now? It's like, he goes, yeah, I probably need to drive my car more. Absolutely. This is also a front lift car, guys. It too will have magnetic ride control. These wheels were discounted. We talked about that a couple of months ago. Kind of a satin finish, forged wheel, new for the Stingray. This one sold, as I mentioned. This one, I had one like this before, and it sold like immediately. We just got it in. It's a 3LT. I love the midnight gray wheels with the red lip, the red calipers on the torch red car. Perfect. That theme follows inside. Actually, before you get inside, it has the body color vents. Another great accent on this. I keep forgetting the box. I gotta be within 3 feet, I'm sorry. Kind of a raw video for you guys. So 3LT, you get the red stitching. The red seat belts were a nice accent, and the stealth package, also a front lift car. Now this is a non-Z51 with a low spoiler, and it too should, yeah, it has the black exhaust tips. Ceramic gray. It's now canceled. This color's been hanging around. Incidentally, I'm wearing my 2018 Carbon 65 car, the year that ceramic gray was debuted, and I love ceramic gray with the blue, but I also love it. I love it with the red. Look at this two-tone red interior. Also a front lift car. Stealth package has been really, really popular. Carbon flash roof and nacelles. Z51, magnetic ride control. Red calipers to tie everything into the inside. Front grille guards, yep, we got those on there too. Silver car, we talked about that before. White car, we've got this with the white two-tone GT2 seats. Here you go, canceled color, hypersonic gray. A lot of our customers have said this, and I agree. I think the hypersonic gray shows off the body lines so well on this new C8 Corvette. This is a Z51. I keep leaving the box on the ground. That's why I need a producer or a helper or something, for goodness sakes. Ryan, where are you when I need you? All right, did the red interior, which I absolutely love on hypersonic gray. Don't you, Chuck? You know, you don't even talk about colors and stuff like that. I get excited about this stuff. I mean, you work on them, but the combos, I think, make all the difference in the world. I love hypersonic gray. I love it with the red interior. Yeah. There's our buddy Chuck. How are you today? Good. At least I got a door between us in case you start barking at me again. Sorry about that, guys. I had to get Chuck some keys. Anyways, go back to this hypersonic gray car. Just stunning. It really is. Just a beautiful. I'm glad we got some sun to show on it. A great looking car. Grille guards as well. Z51 mag ride. These wheels go great. They're a different gray, but they still complement and go well with hypersonic gray. The red calipers tie everything in very well. I think, I wish I had my list in front of me. This could be one of our very last hypersonic gray, being that it is canceled. And for my next few stock orders I'm gonna have, I'm not gonna have any ability to order anything else for you guys. If I've got something else coming in, I'll let you know in the future. I tell you many times over, I pay attention constantly. We're gonna do another video talking about what people have been ordering and how the numbers are a little weird and different with the first 5 model years of C8 and the first and really the only 5 model years of C7, and how those two compare. Things are so much different right now, in a good sense, really, truly. But I get ideas, let me get a little closer here. I get ideas from you guys, and I shared a send-off pat when I went down to the National Corvette Museum with Tim from Texas. You know, and the Riptide Blue is a little lighter, a little brighter than Elkhart Lake, and he had the 3LT tension blue interior, and I said, dude, I'm gonna order one of these for stock. I mean, beautiful, nice job. And in fact, we did. This is a non-Z51. We did the machine faced wheels here. Love those new forged wheels. Again, the sun's kind of ducking in and out, but hopefully you get an accent here on camera on how well this goes and just how classy and how fun this is. Front lift car. Oh yeah, man. Beautiful. Low spoiler. I think you need something, okay? And we've talked about the change for Z51 spoiler going into 2025. You got to have something. If you get nothing, there's a lot of aftermarket opportunities out there. So we'll talk more about that and remind you once we get into 25 ordering cycle. But this car, of course, I love this interior. This is my interior. It's so fun. It's so upscale. Let's lock this. If you're looking for this convertible, notice a lot are convertibles. That's still, the numbers have changed nationally a little bit. They've dropped surprisingly, but for us, they're still up there. We're like in the upper 60 percentile for convertible orders versus coupes. And again, this one for Todd in West Virginia. Oh man, SEAWOLF. You can see it here just a little bit. SEAWOLF with the adrenaline red dipped interior. I don't know if I got my keys on me right now for Todd's car. Here's what I like. He did the competition seats in here. These things are smoking hot, man. Nice job on this spec. Woo! Stealth package too. This is a great looking car. Now he ordered the high wing, we were just talking about this. He ordered the high wing from ACS Composite and we put that on during our prep process. Todd, thanks for the business. Looking forward to meeting you, sir. This car, is this one for, oh yeah, this is for sale too. Another red mist coupe, low spoiler. So this is a non-Z51. Keep on. By the end of this video, I'm going to figure it out, but it's going to be too late. That key box within 3 feet of the door, please. Okay, here we go. And we were just talking about the GT1 seats. You guys can see just a little bit in here, different headrest, but still a nice contour. You're sitting in the seat, not on the seat. Very, very comfortable car. This being a 2LT, you're going to have memory package. You're still going to have lumbar support. You're going to have heated seats, vented seats. Just a beautiful spec and not too outlandishly priced. Red mist, I always do on the coupes when I'm ordering for inventory. To get you started, gotta have the Edge Red engine cover and the $100 lighting package. So when you hit unlock when you're walking up to it at night, kind of shows it off and it looks great with the car. Now it's a coupe and the first thing people are gonna do, they're gonna go over here and they're gonna look in here and wanna see the engine. And when it looks really good, well, it just kind of adds to the compliments of the car. And last one in our inventory walk here, and then I'm going to talk about the ordering constraints and the very last extended order cycle for 2024 is this great value story, this black 1LT hardtop convertible. Now, you guys know, ordering black cars tough, man. Those in transit covers, they beat this paint up, but everybody usually does something to their paint anyway, so that's fine. I took a chance because when you see a black car, it really is just gorgeous. We got the front grille guards on this. We couldn't get the gloss black wheels and the Q9i 20 spoke forged, so we went with these. That started off our C8. And of course, I got red calipers that tie in nicely to the interior. Now this is a Z51, but I did the low spoiler on this one, so don't be confused. Immediately people see this and they think it's a non-Z51. No, you actually can override the Z51 spoiler and do this instead of the one that they usually do standard. But people do love the Z51 spoiler. I just wanted to give you some choices. This, I think, gives the car a little bit more sleekness as far as its look. And here's what's great about the 1LT. No lumbar, no power side bolster, but still that same contour we were just talking about, no memory package. But as a 1LT, look at all the stitching and just how this is finished off. This does not look like a 1LT car. Still gonna have all your mode selectors, great animations in there. Oh yeah, and I'm pretty sure I did. Pretty sure I did on this. Yeah, I did. Performance exhaust. That's the only way you can get the black tips, so we did that too. So this is a nice package that again is not, it's so hard when you're ordering these cars, you're like, oh, I wanna have this, I wanna have this, I wanna have this. You're like, whoa, where'd that 15 grand come from? It's up there quick. So this one has a sticker price. Double check this for you here real quick. $87,915. So there's a few upgrades, but again, you can get a convertible like that over 100 grand. So just briefly, guys, a quick inventory walk. Thanks for the opportunities and the considerations. You interested in one of these? Contact me, information's up on the screen. We've been so busy. I'll get back as fast as I can. We always get some kind of a firecracker situation that moves in front of this or that or the other thing, but I appreciate you guys understanding. I appreciate those opportunities. We are doing all we can to respond as fast as we possibly can. I got a lot of stuff working in the works behind the scenes, but retail first, right? We got to take care of that. Now, tomorrow I'm going to be at the National Corvette Museum. I'm going to do another Z06 delivery, all three of which you're going to see on Sunday's Coffee with Conti. And this last one for Derek, did he end up getting, it's going to be close, I got to look because I don't know off the top of my head, did he get the most expensive Z06 we sold all year? We'll let you know on Sunday's Coffee with Conti. All right, let's talk about this last order cycle, if you're lucky enough to get an allocation, and what you can and what you can't get. Yeah, I kind of saved this for last because every time we do a market update video talking about constraints, I do it first, and then we do some other things in that video, and then you miss it. When people are like, I'm tired of hearing this stuff. So we're going to save it for the end of the video for those of you that are interested or trying to get a last-minute 2024 order. Let me get the camera set up here, if I may. See, I told you it's a big, giant list. And what I was talking about at the beginning of today's video, I can't wait to share with you guys what Ryan's going to pick for you in one of our stock cars. Now, I know he loves black cars, and it's hard for me, too, to order stuff that I don't like, but I'm immersed in this market. I live and breathe Corvette every day. And it's like I was just talking to, checking these boxes, like, oh man, this is getting crazy price-wise. It's like, wait a minute, Rick, slow down. It's like you can't check every box. No, a lot of you guys order your cars like that. Well, just check everything. That way you feel like you're not missing anything. I order stuff with an actual mindset for you, how you're gonna use the car, how you're gonna drive the car. But I wanna see what Ryan picks. I think he might pick black because he loves black cars, as I said, but I think that he'll look at the broad picture, knowing the market and knowing what sells. I'm kind of curious what he's actually going to pick for you guys, so I can't wait. I bet he'll pick a convertible too, so that I think I'm right on. So stay tuned for that video coming up. If you've got an order going in this cycle, the very last cycle for 2024, and keep this in mind too, we've talked about it before, and I don't think people realize it because things move so quickly. We're in extended ordering cycle right now. It should be over. We should be ordering 25s, and we're not. And when we start doing that, we'll talk about that. So right now, I want to finish 24 first, and then we'll move forward with 2025. So we're looking at, I think it's going to, production-wise, I think it's going to work out to be almost 3 months of additional production for the 2024 model year. So again, those numbers, those total numbers are going to be skewed just a little bit, but they're way off from what they were last year. I'm going to talk about that too in a future video. E-Ray allocations, there are none for this order cycle for anybody. And I'm really curious what the final numbers for E-Ray are going to be. Are they going to hit? I don't think they're going to hit 1,000 cars, guys. This is the premier car of the year for 24, and one of the GM guys tried to tell me at the bash, they said, oh no, the E-Ray is equal with the same process of the Z06 launch. I said, no, it's not. I mean, the Z06 was totally jacked up. This is even more so. He's like, no, what do you mean? I said, well, here, it's pretty simple. Through everything we went through in 2023 Z06, you still finished with what? I think it was like 6,500 cars in Z06. 2024 first model year of E-Ray, you're not even gonna make maybe 500 cars? 6,500, okay, no, it's not the same. Nice try. Anyways, ordering constraints for Stingray. There are Stingray allocations out there. There is big time, this upsets me because we do have Stingray allocations. All of ours at our dealership, and this is how the numbers skew from one dealer to the next, all of ours have to be non-Z51. But there's 528 Z51s allocated for the country. I didn't get a one in this order cycle. 1LT packages, 192 for the nation. Q9i gloss black forged wheels. We've talked about the drama with that wheel. The numbers are increasing just a little bit. 432 sets available in this last order cycle for 2024. And I didn't mean to skip over it. We kind of talked about it at the beginning of the video. Let me talk about it in detail. Even if you had a preliminary order in at 1100 status and now you're going to get it released, and say it was one of these canceled colors, it'll have a failed edit on there and they won't allow the order to be released because they are no longer accepting orders for Accelerate Yellow, Hypersonic Gray, Amplify Orange, Silver Flare, Cacti, Ceramic Gray, or Carbon Flash for, I mean, that's it, it's done. We talked about orange and yellow last cycle. Those are done, and so everything in the mix now is done. And I do predict that this will be kind of that tweener year in the C8, you know, allocation model cycle. For 2025, I think we have a short production year. We don't know that for sure yet, but I kind of feel that's where it's going. And then we get an early launch of 26 with the new interior coming, the ZR1 coming, and then we have a longer production for 26, and then we have a surprise coming for 2027. Stay tuned for those details. Other constraints, is there anything else on here? No, that's it for Stingray. Z06, this is a little confusing. Again, all those colors we mentioned no longer available for Z06. So I'm sorry if you got one of those allocations and you were waiting for, you know, something on a Z06, something exotic like a SEAWOLF, like an Amplify. Get the SEAWOLF because Amplify is no longer available. Ground effects packages, visible carbon fiber are limited to 82. Carbon flash ground effects are limited to 82. However, the high wing and a combo, either visible carbon fiber or the carbon flash painted, total can be 135. And you're like, well, wait a minute, the 282s add up to 164. That's confusing. Well, you can get the ground effects, which is going to be that side skirt and the front lip piece, separately from the high wing. But if you combine them as a high wing, it's going to mess up the matrix as far as that number goes, depending on what you're going to get. It doesn't say anything about Z07. Well, wait a minute, I apologize. Ceramic brakes, so that's a Z07 component. Ceramic brakes are limited. So if you're trying to get a Z07, essentially 352, because ceramic brakes are limited to 352. So basically, if you want Z07 and your dealer gets a Z06 allocation and he doesn't have the J57 brake option, you can't get that. Just be careful if you got Z07, what high wing you can get, all right? Because those numbers are going to be really, really tight and they're going to be all over the place. And it looks like the last, yeah, see, this has been a popular wheel too. I've got it in the replica on my car. The SOA Black Spider forged aluminum wheel is limited in this cycle to only 379 cents. And there you go. That's it for 2024 model year. It's been the same since 2020. There's not been an order cycle that we didn't have some kind of a constraint. And remember what I said before too, constraint sometimes is in fact limited supply in either certain materials, pieces, parts, or sometimes it's actually too many of a certain item, and that's how they force it off the shelves, by forcing us to order it, whether it's for you directly or for inventory that eventually ends up for you anyways. All right, I gotta pick up my garbage here. Hope you guys enjoyed the inventory walk. I really like doing that, just walking and talking about these cars. Like I said, I do live and breathe this thing. Every day I have for 29, almost 30 years now. If you're looking for a car, let me know. I'd love to work with you guys. Email address is up on the screen. Text me there, doing all I can to respond as quickly as I can. We have to prioritize important messages. For those of you that are blowing us up about 25s, we're going to get to you. There's time. Please relax. We're not doing anything. We can't do anything with 25s yet. But I think here in the next couple of weeks, we're going to have the first order cycle for 25s. We do this market update, constraints, and all that kind of stuff. I expect there'll be, why would it be any different? I just said it's been like this since 2020, so why would it be any different for 2025? Especially with new colors, expect those to be on constraint, and that's usually the case at the beginning of a new model year. Thanks again for watching, guys. Oh yeah, I got a little Z06 stool in here. I do like it. I keep sitting in Chuck's. I had to get my own, so there you go. Thanks again for watching the channel, guys. A lot of information to come, a lot of fun to have, a lot of experiences to have. And in Sunday's show, besides those Z06 deliveries that we were just talking about, I'm going to show you guys where you can go to buy this honor flag. Once you see this flag and what it represents, you're going to want to have one.